Your Holiness, thank you so much. This audience is very interested and they have a number of questions for you, and I'm going to dive right in. The first question from the audience is the communist regime in China sustainable? I'm going to add to that. Can we see a democratic China in the future?
Now, yes, judging on global level, and also I think the recent sort of events, and also China itself, growing number who really seeking openness or freedom of speech, and eventually democracy growing, and government seems to be becoming much more nervous. So, for example, the recent Chinese Parliament sort of session, the one official document is mentioned the expenditure for internal security are bigger than defense sort of expenditure budget. So this clearly indicates the real trouble within the country. So with such sort of situation, it cannot remain for a long, long period. I think only a question of time. But when it will happen, nobody knows. I think after 5 years or 10 years, I think things will be bound to change.
It's going to happen.
Speak.
What is the greatest lesson that you've learned in your life?
Greatest lesson?
Lesson. The greatest lesson that you have learned in your life.
Greatest means one single, right? That's difficult to say.
Or lessons, in the plural. Lesson or lessons?
Oh, yes, I think lessons. Quite a lot. Of course, one biggest lesson is lost our own country. and also I think another sort of lesson. The lesson is I'm the longest sort of guest of Indian government. Then perhaps I think I may sort of if may I say so, right? So then, obviously, one, democracy. And I think American people here, you really fully enjoy freedom of speech, freedom of expression. These are very, very, very important. So the other day, some people asked me, also the democracy is some kind of Western cultural value. And then I reply, no, this is universal. Democracy is universal. So these things. Then also I think I learned sometimes tragedy brings more inner strength. I think that's good. Sometimes the tragedy happen, demoralize, hopeless. On the other hand, tragedy brings more inner strength. I think different people, actually, I think hardened because of the difficult situation, tragedy. Like that.
Your Holiness, there's a question about internet. Do you consider your Facebook page to be an important tool for democracy?
알았어. 가서 페이스북. 네. Of course. I myself, you see, my finger quite well sort of equipped using screwdrivers. These old-fashioned of instrument, not these modern sort of computer or these things. But of course, I very much appreciate these internet or these things are really very, very helpful. You see, to get information easily, and also you can send sort of your thought or your sort of message, ideas. Very, very useful, very helpful. Yes.
Your Holiness, what gives you the most hope for our world?
그래, 수에. The other day I mentioned within my lifetime, I think in spite of some problems here and there, I think basically world going better. There's no question. Firstly, real organized, nuclear threat. As soon as Berlin Wall disappear, now that eventually diminish. Then, I think democracy, Soviet Union collapse, and those republics of the Soviet Union, although some of them may not be very successful democratic sort of practice, but in principle, now almost I think European continent now totalitarian, almost now gone. And now Cuba, also there, I think Rahul Kasad, since he came, things really is changing. Now in China, one wonderful thing is today is China, a communist party without a communist ideology. A communist, capitalist communist is something remarkable. So these are big change. I think positively. I think I remind you, I think 1996, I had audience the late Queen Mother of England, since she observed almost whole century, 20th century. That year, her sort of age also is 96. So I had, since my childhood, I saw the picture of King George VI and that sort of Queen Mother. So one occasion, you see, I had the opportunity meeting with her, and I asked her, since you observed whole century, so do you think the humanity becoming better or worse or remain same? Without hesitation, she told me improve. The reason she mentioned when she was young, the concept of human right, a concept of right of self-determination, not there. Nowadays, these things become universal. Then also, I think the ecology concept in early part, no one. I think especially American lifestyle, always consume. So nowadays, you see, they develop serious sort of concern, preservation of ecology, these things. I think wonderful. One example. Then, I think science. Previously, I think up to the later part of 20th century, I think science and spirituality is something too different. Now, later part of 20th century, among the scientists, also now begin showing interest about inner value. So now there are, in this country, some universities actually, you see, carrying some sort of serious research work about, you see, the relation, mind and brain, and through training of mind, how much sort of changes in our brain. So this also, I think, very, very positive sign, I feel. So like that, I think overall, I think world become better. At the meantime, I think due to global warming, I think some natural disaster may increase. I think, therefore, we must sort of think when such sort of disasters they happen, how to handle these problems. I think that's important. Now, I think time gone, we take just for granted. These are just occasion where usually you may not take place. That I think now we should think more seriously. Recently I was in Tokyo. I also expressed now because of climate change, global warming, and some my friend told me, telling me the next year, 2012, some solar, also the storm, something will happen. That tremendous effect on telephone, on these things, because of the telecommunication, like that. So these we have to think seriously. And also I think scientists and also the people who involved in technology, I think now should think more seriously these things.
Your Holiness, I have a last question. It's
Yes.
my question. Both you and President Bush are strong advocates for democracy and freedom. You're advancing the freedom agenda. But you also share something else. You share the same birth date, July 6th. So tell us, is that an auspicious sign here?
I think first ask President Bush, or in any way, some my friend, some Tibetan, same age, I think same sort of, same day, birthday. So some express they sort of also they take same day to come this world. So in order to carry sort of work together. So President Bush, I think I born in Asia, in a very remote village. You born here, but you see same sort of purpose of our for our life, where to whether official or unofficial, fully committed about promotion of democracy. So that's why, as you mentioned briefly this morning, I appealed him. Now, retired people, sort of, what's the ex-sort of president, sometimes it may be easier to express freely. As a president, you have to look various sort of factors. Now, in a way, more free person. I think me too. So now speak more about the promotion of democracy. And I think now the event in particularly North Africa and these, and also I think Middle East, I think you can make a contribution, for significant contribution regarding promotion of democracy. Not only that, after sort of change that democratic sort of society, they build their country. I think President Bush, I think can make some contribution.
It is an auspicious sign.
My side, I don't know. I remain in India and watch what's happening, but you can do more.
Thank you, Your Holiness.
Then when time come, I return. Then in Tibet, I can do more than you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Holiness. And you said that, which I hear from President Bush all the time, freedom is universal. So it's not just for Americans, it's not just for Europeans, it's for everyone. And we wish that you and the people of Tibet, certainly within your lifetime, will enjoy the freedom that you desire and that you deserve. So thank you for coming. This has been a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.